All right, Shalom. Before I continue with this lesson, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Makakudash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. I'm the brother lawyer, and I teach the Great Millstone National Camp. Come back with a quick lesson. And this lesson will be entitled America or Babylon the Great has never been great. So you got this guy, presumed to be an Edomite, talking about how, as it says in the title, how is America great? When? For who? And he's complaining. So, hopefully I don't get no copyright. I claim Copyright Act, fair use. I'm not getting any money from this video. I'm using it for educational purposes. So let's get into it.
Seeing the clip from Jeff Daniels in the newsroom about tell me what's great about America. Fundamentally, that is why we're here as a country. When I hear Make America Great Again, when? Let's review America. Let's look at its greatness, shall we? We started off by genociding the Native Americans by the millions, whose land was rightfully theirs. We just took it from them, and we didn't value their lives.
Yep, and so the Northern Kingdom, starting with the Northern Kingdom, the so-called native tribes from, Gad and Reuben, which Reuben are the Seminoles, then Gad is, like the Sioux, the Cheyenne, Cherokee, Iroquois, so on and so forth. They genocide them. They put them under genocide along with, the tribe of Issachar, with so-called Mexicans, the Tainos, what's the South American tribes called? I forgot the name of the South American tribes. But yeah, all these different natives throughout the Americas, they persecuted them, And so, yeah, that's true. And also, too, that's also, was it Jeremiah? Let me get that real quick. I'm gonna hold that. I'm gonna hold it because I'm gonna play some more of this video, and these scriptures are gonna be repetitive. That's the whole point in continuing in the doctrine. You're gonna bring out the same precepts, And so, matter of fact, let me get this real quick. Sirach 41:7. It says the children. Man, let me open the full chapter. It says, the children will complain of an ungodly father because they shall be reproached for his sake. And he's feeling that reproach. If this guy's not an Israelite, which I don't believe that he is, but the Lord knows, he's feeling that reproach, that shame, for what his people have done unto the Israelites. Let's see. Yeah, it says, woe be unto you, ungodly men, which have forsaken the law of the Most High, for ye increase, and it shall be to your destruction. And you've increased in taking over lands. What it say, they oppress a man. Let me get that real quick on my computer, because I'm going to start back to playing this video. All right, let's continue.
Then we started this country, then we took black people from Africa because we didn't value their lives. Then we forced them to pick our cotton and raise our kids and build our White House and do all the work that white people were too lazy to do.
Yeah, and that was prophecy that we was going to be taken. Like I says in Deuteronomy 28, we were put on ships and brought from Africa and really from other parts of the world also that they don't talk about. And so you notice he didn't say Africans. We stole Africans from Africa because we're not Africans. We are not Africans. As a matter of fact, let me get that. All right, so here we go. Right here, the Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary, Ham / not the Negroes. Ham, the youngest son of Noah, born probably about 96 years before the flood, and one of 8 persons to live through the flood. He became the progenitor of the dark races, not the Negroes, but the Egyptians, Ethiopians, Libyans, and Canaanites. So we're a different people. The Lord even said he put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel. All right.
Wow, starting off really great, isn't it?
Salaki.
7. And we're still waiting for this greatness, right? So the founding fathers that were racist slave owners that owned black people like cattle, great start, right? They designed the country to benefit 21-year-old land-owning white men, and black people were only worth 60% of a white man. And then women didn't have the right to vote, have credit, no-fault divorce. They were also treated as less than the white man. And we said, yay, we're great, we're America, now we're free, except for everybody except the white man. And black Americans couldn't drink from the same water fountains, sit on a bus, go to church, and on and on and on. Slavery, Jim Crow, Black Wall Street, and all the time, my demographic, we're great, we're great, we're great. Then you fast forward to 2024. And we finally have the opportunity to do something. To show that we're going to progress as a society. Not just the most qualified black woman, but the most qualified candidate in the history of our country. And this country did what it always does. It fell back on the most uneducated, morally bankrupt, foolish, childish, immature plantation owner that wears diapers and orange makeup. Because that's what America wants.
And so you see their end. You see their end. You see that they're falling. And they have a lot to pay for. He's feeling that reproach of his ungodly fathers. I'm going to get this Deuteronomy 32:29. Oh, that they were wise, that they understood this, that they would consider their latter end. And so ultimately, we didn't understand our latter end, what was going to happen to us, when we go down the path of sin and iniquity, breaking laws, statutes, commandments. But, Esau, Edom, they didn't understand their latter end. They had something called manifest destiny. Well, you have a part 2 to that. They didn't understand that they was going to have a short time to rule. And that they was going to ultimately pay for what they've done to the nation of Israel. So let's get that. And matter of fact, let me get that Jeremiah. Because here in this Babylon, this is where the northern kingdom and southern kingdom are oppressed together. Let's see what. Oh, I got something else. Bear with me. All right, so come on now. Jeremiah 50:33. It says, thus said the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast, and they refused to let them go. So he was talking about how, they came over here and slaughtered the natives. And what they do, end up taking them captive, put them on reservations, took them from their land. They couldn't speak their language anymore, which is a form of Paleo-Hebrew. And what did he do to the southern kingdom, so-called Negroes? Judah, Benjamin, Levi took them from the west coast of Africa and really throughout Europe as well, and put them on slave ships and brought them over here to serve with their brethren. So we were oppressed together, Micah 2:10, and they covet fields and take them by violence, and they covet the fields. The lands of Gad and Reuben. And they covet fields and take them by violence. Hell, even Europe, because Europe doesn't belong to them. It belongs to the sons of Japhet, which was the dark-skinned people, the Etruscans. It says, and they covet fields and take them by violence and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man in his house, even a man in his heritage. And we were oppressed. We lost our heritage. Jeremiah 17, because of these motherfuckers. Ultimately because of the curses the Lord said it was going to happen. But even Jeremiah himself, because why? He went into captivity. Jeremiah 17:4, and thou even thyself shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thy enemies in the land which thou knowest not, for ye have kindled a fire in my anger, which shall burn forever. In Babylon, they knew that they were Israelites, they knew that they were Hebrew Israelites. They knew that. This didn't happen till later, dealing with the captivity of you being in America and various other parts of the world. Second Thessalonians. Or is it First Thessalonians? No, it's first. I believe it's first. Yep. 2 Thessalonians 1:6, seeing it is a righteous thing with the Most High to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you. So the Lord is going to recompense them for what they have done, Salakia, to the nation of Israel. It says, and to you who are troubled, rest with us when the Lord, Yahushua, shall be revealed from heaven with his mighty angels to come back and deliver the elect and to take Esau, Edom down. It says, verse 8, in flaming fire, taking vengeance on them that know not the Most High and that obey not the gospel of our Lord Yahushua Mashiach, which ultimately, the Israelites, the 2/3 that don't obey the gospel as well. And of course, the heathen, they don't know the Lord. And I'm gonna get this in Deuteronomy also. Because these curses are falling upon the heathen now, are falling upon Esau Edom. That's why his kingdom's falling as well. His time is over. His time of rulership, his time of having the fatness of the earth, the best parts, that shit is done with. Deuteronomy 30:7, the Lord thy power will put all these curses upon thy enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. And all these curses are being put upon our enemies. Second Ezra 6. Yeah. Second Ezra 6. Because we're at the end of his world, his eon, his age. Second Ezra 6:7 says, then answered I and said, what shall be the parting sunder of the times, or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth? And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the hill of Esau, representing Jacob is going to take down Esau. Who is Jacob? That's going to take down Esau. Yahushua, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is going to take down Esau Edom. That's why he has to return. He's going to return to a world ruled by the Edomites. He gave him the blessing with him being Isaac, the one who the world ignorantly calls Jesus, whose real name is Yahushua. For Esau is the end of the world. For Esau is the end of an eon, an age. And Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So the word of Jacob is the beginning after Esau. And it's going to be forever. And also, too, look at that Isaiah 14. Because, this Edomite, he's feeling the grunt of what his forefathers did. He sees that the benefits are wearing off. Isaiah 14, I believe it's 21. Yep, prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers, because we paid for what our fathers done, which really that was us. Reincarnation is real. That they did not rise nor possess the land nor fill the face of the world with cities, and they've done that via the way of the sword, their blessing. Them being blessed with the sword, and them conquering and taking lands, covered in fields, and taking them by violence. He has fulfilled those different prophecies, and refusing to let the Israelites go. But you gave the small hats, which is your brothers, those Amalekites over there in the land. You gave the land to them. And you got to go into captivity. Jeremiah 30. And I don't have any precepts planned or anything like that. I'm just going off the dome. So Jeremiah 30. And I probably ended with this. As many more scriptures I can get. Jeremiah 30 in verse, let's see. I'm going to start at 15. This deals with us. It says, why cries for thine affliction? Thy sorrow is incurable for the multitude of thine iniquities. Because thy sins were increased, I have done these things unto thee. So because our sins were increased, the Lord put us in captivity. Plain and simple. Yes. He said it was going to happen. Therefore, right, he goes to the recompense. Therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries, every one of them, shall go into captivity, and they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey. So Revelation 13. Everyone's going to go into captivity under the Israelites via the return of Yahushua. Revelation 13:9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that liveth in the captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here's the patience and faith of the saints. So yeah, you got to go into captivity. If you're not an Israelite, you're going smooth into captivity. Jeremiah 30 and 17. For I will restore health unto thee, and I will heal thee of thy wounds. So the Lord's going to heal us from the captivity, from the slavery, right? Said the Lord, because they called thee an outcast, saying, this is Zion, whom no man seeketh after. It says, thus said the Lord, behold, I will bring again the Salaki, I didn't want to read that. Yeah, I don't want to get that. Salaki. But yeah, that was their mindset. They knew who we were. And it says they didn't suffer their dead bodies to be put in graves. So they didn't suffer to be put to rest, knowing that we were Israelites, Salaki. Yeah, they didn't let us know that we were Israelites. That's why it says Israel's seeketh. Damn, let me get that. I know it's in Romans. Well, it's in Isaiah 2, the first chapter. I'm going to get this. Yeah. Romans 11:7. It says, what then? Israel have not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election have obtained it, and the rest were blinded. So it says, what then? Israel have not obtained that which he seeketh for. So what is Israel seeking for? Whom they are. who they are, their nationality, because it's been stripped from them. But the election have obtained it, and the rest are blinded. So the elect have obtained this 100% truth. They ate the whole roll and they understand it. They were given that. But the rest of the nation of Israel, even though they might know that they're Israelites, they're not fully at rest. Because one, they might not even have the right names. They might still have the wrong doctrine. So they're not actually at rest, you know, because it says the truth shall make you free. So really, they're not free, and they're still well, of course, we all subject unto sin, but that's all they're doing. You just know that you an Israelite, but you still going off. That's even worse. It would have been better for you not to even known the way of righteousness, like how it says in book of 2 Peter. You know, so with that, Lord will, this is edifying lesson, giving all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem Kakudash, Shalom.